الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده. إن الحمد كل الحمد لله نحمده ونستعين به ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلق أجمعين سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيبنا محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. اللهم اجمعنا معهم في عليين من غير سابقة عذاب ولا حساب. آمين يا رب العالمين. Dear brothers and sisters, an ayah of 3 words that we are going to speak about today, and we are going to hold ourselves accountable and review our deeds and check our life. How did we before, and in the future, how will we react and reflect upon this ayah? قال الله عز وجل في القرآن العظيم: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وقفوهم إنهم مسؤولون. وقفوهم إنهم مسؤولون. What does that mean? Stop them. People يوم القيامة, they are moving from one place to another. Some are, والعياذ بالله, moving towards Jahannam. Some are moving towards Jannah. Inshallah, we'll be among them. Moving towards the place of Hashr, moving towards the Mizan, moving on the Surat. People will, at a certain stage of Yawm al-Qiyamah, will be moving. And Allah gives an order to the angels. Stop them, a certain group of people. And according to ulama, these group of people were on their way to be punished. And Allah Azza wa Jal said, why do we stop them? The answer comes, the same ayah, 3 words. وَقِفُوهُمْ إِنَّهُمْ مَسْؤُولُونَ. Stop them. They are to be questioned. They are to be held accountable. Now, this is the meaning of this ayah can apply to every one of us, young and old, female or male, rich and poor, from all background, from all ethnicity. إنهم مسؤولون. They are going to be questioned. They are going to be held accountable. You and I will be asked for everything we do, we did, we took decision for. So how can I put this ayah as a slogan for my life? How can I put it on my forehead and move with this ayah? How can I feel it and live it? Very simple, yet very hard for many people. Just imagine, and I'm going to make it so simple. I have young guys here, came from school. Just imagine, after each thought, after each word that you utter, after each action that you take, after each deed, you have to answer this question: why you're doing this, how you're doing this. This could be overwhelming to feel, but this is the truth. Everything we do, we are accountable for. Yes, Allah is the most forgiving. Yes, Allah, you can do istighfar, but that doesn't mean you do not stop and pause after each action and review. Do I have an answer? Brothers and sisters, this is the time to sit with ourselves between you and Allah and review, why am I here? And if I am going to be asked and held responsible for everything I do, I should be very careful. I should think twice and 3 and 10 times before any action or even before any word. Brothers and sisters, this is dangerous. If I am a father, I have to review, I have to hold myself accountable and check, am I the best father I can be? What will Allah ask me for? Raising my children in the right way, feeding them halal, treating them with respect and love, giving them the best of deen and iman that I could, teach them Quran and Arabic and Islam. Please, as a father, today test yourself. Sit with your wife and children, or even text them. Even when I ask people to sit with their family as if it is a huge matter, don't worry, text them. Send them on the WhatsApp group you have with the family. And check how many of your children know the 5 pillars of Islam without second thought, and the 6 pillars of Iman. This is the basic foundation for Islam. And if they don't, teach them before it's too late, even if they are 30 years old. And if they don't, check yourself and have a bit of a blame to your own self. How could I even not work hard on this? How did I forget? Even if you've taught them and they forget, that's still your responsibility to remind them as a father. That's just one example of holding yourself accountable for the responsibility that Allah has put in your hands. وقفوهم إنهم مسؤولون. Stop them and ask them, what did they do? Ask them, mas'ul, responsible. If you are a mother, what kind of mother you are to your children? Is it just the cooking? Is it just the feeding? Is it just to check the homework? These are all important. I'm not saying they're not, but they're not enough. A mother, a producer of generations, successful generation. If I am a son, I have to ask myself, before Allah does. How am I treating my parents? With respect? Do I obey my father and mother? Or the time that I'm on my own, I do exactly the opposite? Do I hate them or love them? Do I hate the generation gap, or I work with my mom and dad to make that generation gap lesser and lesser and sit and understand one another? If I'm a neighbor, Allah will ask me, am I good to my neighbor? Did I ever told him something about Islam? Or am I a neighbor that everybody hates? If I'm a husband, if I am a wife, before I think of my rights, I have to think of my spouse's rights. I have to compete with my wife, who is going to be the one who does more ihsan, more giving, not the opposite. Oh, he is not good to me, why should I be good to him? Oh, she is not treating me well, I shouldn't be treating her well. I don't know what kind of family is that. What kind of family that they compete in doing evil to each other rather than they compete in doing good to each other. And someone comes and say, how I keep on doing good to her, but she doesn't deserve it. She doesn't treat me back with goodness. You know what? If you are good inside out, that's your manifestation. That's all what you can do, is just stay doing the good thing, whether she appreciated or not, whether he appreciated or not. Especially wives, they come and say, I do ihsan, I cook, I clean, I work, I educate, and not even the word thank you, not even the word jazakillahu khairan. I think I'm gonna stop doing this. We tell her, Allah tells her, no. Do it for the sake of Allah. Allah will take care of your husband and family. And maybe if Allah make you to choose that your reward will be thank you and jazakumullah khair in dunya and appreciation and the best husband, or Allah will keep you the reward until Jannah time and give you an unlimited hasanat XYZ. And I'm sure she will choose Jannah and she will say, I'm fine. I'll go through the hardship of managing the relationship because the reward is huge. وقفوهم إنهم مسؤولون. Stop them and question them. Brothers, we shouldn't, and I'm talking to myself before you, we shouldn't just live because we are living. We shouldn't but just wake up, eat and sleep, and wake up, eat and sleep, and oh my God, time passes by. Alhamdulillah, I'm not doing big time haram. I have a family, I'm busy with my work. That's not why Allah created us. Allah created us for a reason, to establish deen in our lives and in dunya. And of course, those living, sleeping, eating, these are tools to help you establish deen. They are not your destination. They are used in your journey. Today, we together have to come up with this khutbah with at least one thing. I have to do a reset to my default programming in my life. Go back to basics and understand we are going to be questioned. Gaza today, not for 2 years, have been fighting for their freedom. Gaza are dying every day. I lost more than 350 of my own family members in Gaza. And every day they're lost. This is a test, but you know what? Not for them alone. It's a test for us. When we see dhulm, oppression, when we see occupation, when we see people are sacrificing their lives, not giving up, when we see hunger and death and injury, injustice, unjustified, what we are going to be questioned. What did we do about it? Can we do something? Yes. Yes, a lot. We can donate. We can make dua. We can talk on social media. We can educate ourselves. We can peacefully protest. We can tell the whole world about what's going on. We have to move. We cannot just watch and say, oh, I feel sorry about it, and then move on with our lives. You know how many orphans right now in Gaza? More than 100,000 kids are left without either two parents or one of the parents. More than 100,000, 10% of a million. That's 5% of Gaza. What can I do about it? Many things. At least choose one of them and feel, I have a son there. If you have two kids, make them three and spend on the third one. Does money reach there? Of course. If you have sincerity, Allah will lead you to the right organization. And yes, I personally work with fundraising, and I tell you, genuinely, most of the organization, if not all, that are out there, especially run by our brothers and sisters, Muslims, are genuine, and they are doing their best for these people, not only in Palestine, in Sudan, in Afghanistan, in Syria, wherever there is a need. And nowadays, although every day a new organization is formed, yet the need is very high. The need is even much more. So don't be overwhelmed if you find fundraising going on everywhere you go. That's not even enough to fulfill 10% of the world need. Poverty is growing crazy. But this is an opportunity for us. اليد العليا خير من اليد السفلى. The upper hand is better than the lower hand. المؤمن القوي خير وأحب إلى الله من المؤمن الضعيف. Since Allah have chose you to be the strong mu'min, Allah in the hadith said the strong mu'min is better in the eyes of Allah than the weak one, and both are good in a way, as long as they connect with Allah Azza wa Jal. So even how less or more you have in your pocket or with your life, give, because Allah will ask me and you and question. That you know that Muhammad ﷺ have said, the meaning of the hadith, من بات شبعان وجاره جائع, he is not a mu'min. أو كما قال صلى الله عليه وسلم, you lose your iman or part of your iman if you sleep with your stomach full and someone beside you, your neighbor, is hungry. And your neighbor doesn't have always to be your next door neighbor. Palestine is your neighbor, Syria is your neighbor, Afghanistan is your neighbor, Sudan is your neighbor. Now we live in a small village and we can reach anywhere we want. As long as you came to know about someone in need and you did not act upon it, you and I will be questioned. We have to prepare our answer. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فيا فوز المستغفرين فاستغفروه. بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أما بعد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. من عمل صالحا فلنفسه من عمل صالحا فلنفسه ومن أساء فعليها وما ربك بظلام للعبيد. After we have shared in a very short time what does it mean to be held accountable يوم القيامة and in dunya. Allah Azza wa Jal says in these ayat, whoever does good, he or she does good for themselves. This is something also very important to actually control our intention. I hear some people come and tell me, and I know, I understand where they're coming from. They say, Alhamdulillah, I have helped people in Gaza. I've done good to that brother or that sister. We have to, again, reformat our settings. You have done good to yourself. You have helped yourself, not others. This is how we should look about it. Because if this is the setting, مَنْ عَمِلَ صَالِحًا فَلِنَفْسِهِ, that means when I see a donation box, as an example, approaching me, I should feel happy. Because this is a reminder from Allah Azza wa Jal, a door of Jannah is opened for me to do good. where most of us, when we see someone with a box coming towards us, I say, oh my God. I mean, you try to look there and try to, go around it and speed. Why? Because I donated yesterday. Donation. Akhi, ukhti, sister, brother, this is a door of Jannah. If someone calls you to pray or to say dhikr, if someone tells you, say la ilaha illallah, would you be mad? Every minute, if someone tells you, say la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, you're going to thank them. Why? Because they are encouraging you to do dhikr. And dhikr is ibadah. Every day we do 5 times prayer at least. And we're not bored. We accept it. Who told me and you that sadaqah should be once in a while? It is as long as you pray every day, it is required to do sadaqah every day. As long as, it doesn't matter how much. $1 a day keeps shaitan away. Prescribe $1 here, 2 here, 5 there, and leave it up to Allah. It's His money, and He told us to give from what He provided us. And that works for us. Last week I was in a masjid and they needed donations for the masjid, and I raised some money from the musallin. One guy came to me, and this is a true story, just last week. And he told me, Brother Yasser, 7 years ago, you did a fundraising for Masjid Rawda Masjid in Mississauga, Meadowvale area. And he said that was a couple of days before Eid time. Wallahi, true story from a brother, a Pakistani brother. He said, I only had $150 in my pocket, and I was hesitant because I kept that money for Eid. It's expensive to go out at Eid and buy stuff and gifts and take kids to the restaurants. Not everybody has a lot of money for that budget. And he kept that 150 cash. But mashallah, tabarakallah, we made a small reminder of Qala Allah, Qala Rasulullah. He got moved, and he felt that this masjid he is praying in, the Baytullah, the house of Allah Azza wa Jal, he should not think twice without giving to fulfill the bills and needs of the masjid before he thinks to fulfill the bills and the needs of Eid Salah or Eid party or Eid celebration. So he gave all the 150 for the will of Allah Azza wa Jal. The same night, according to him, he went home. Like all of us, especially men, we don't buy clothes every Eid. We go to the closet and check all the jackets that we have and the ties and stuff, and that we might wear them once every couple of years. Especially in this country, suit is not a big thing, but we come back home, we get 5, 6, 7 suits with us, subhanAllah. And we thank God the suit models don't change often, so the suit is always there for us when we need it. He went through his jackets, and then he found one, long time I didn't wear this, I like this color. He put it on, and then he checked his pocket, subhanAllah, $1,000 was there. Subhanallah. He don't know when did he put it in his jacket. He asked his wife, she have no clue. He asked his kids, they have no clue. And he said, Alhamdulillah, that I did not donate or throw my jacket in one of the boxes, because usually, sometimes when we clean our closet, clothes that we don't wear a lot or a long time, we just put it without maybe checking. Allah have rewarded him the same day, according to him, almost 10 times the payment he did. And now imagine what the Eid celebration would do. And imagine his attitude towards fundraising that's going to happen. I can speak of tens of real stories that some have happened to me personally, but the time of khutbah is short. Brothers, we don't have to prove that. Muhammad ﷺ in the solid Sahih Hadith said, and that whatever he says, it is from Allah Azza wa Jal, wahyun min Allah. He said, مَا نَقَصَ مَالٌ مِنَ الصَّدَقَةِ. Your sadaqah will not decrease from your money. And let's continue with the ayah. So, مَنْ عَمِلَ صَالِحًا فَلِنَفْسِهِ. If you do good, it's for your own sake. You have to feel good that you do good. And yes, you have to remember the one that you did good to, try to check that, alhamdulillah, your sadaqah did work for them. But it's for your own sake. And the other side, وَمَنْ أَسَاءَ فَعَلَيْهَا. If you do bad or if you do wrong, it's against you. You're not harming the word. Allah Azza wa Jal will never be alhamdulillah wal-'iyadhu billah, defected or by any means hurt, وَلِلَّهِ الْمَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى, you're hurting yourself. So the time I see, and I keep on saying about the donation because today we have a very good organization collecting for Gaza, so I encourage myself and you to act positively and compete in goodness. So I use that example a lot. So next time you see a box, remember Allah made this box visible for you for a reason. He's inviting you to do good to yourself, number one. Second, to others. Because Allah could have created everybody rich, everybody healthy. But Allah created healthy and sick, rich and poor. So we can work together as ummah. And even for non-Muslims, we're encouraged to help homeless people, indigenous in need, wherever you can help. And let's consider that as an investment. As a very small example I heard from a financial manager, he said, if the whole world, but now we're talking Muslims, will look at sadaqah as an investment, every dollar, it will be rewarded with $700. That's a number in Islam available in the Quran and Sunnah, 700 times back, plus more. That you will be looking at every donation, every fundraising as an opportunity to increase your money. And what better than putting your money in the hands of Allah Azza wa Jal. And the ayat, after saying, مَنْ عَمِلَ صَالِحًا فَلِنَفْسِهِ وَمَنْ أَسَاءَ فَعَلَيْهَا, those who do good is for themselves, those who do bad are against themselves. And Allah said, وَمَا رَبُّكَ بِظَلَّامٍ لِلْعَبِيدِ. And Allah will never oppress any of His servants, which means that He knows exactly what you're doing, and He's going to treat you with the most just way that you would ever imagine. Which means we have to work on our niyyah to get the maximum reward. And we have to watch our steps from the time we wake up until we sleep. وقفوهم إنهم مسؤولون. Stop them, they are going to be questioned. This is one thing today, go home with, teach your children, check yourselves. And as I told you, one example only, as a father, check how much your son, your daughter and your wife know about Islam. Salah, check their salah. Brothers, whenever I check the salah of myself and others, in my family, I find something that I can improve upon. Each one of us, don't think you know enough. This is a call for us to question ourselves before we are questions. قال عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله عنه حاسبوا أنفسكم قبل أن تحاسبوا وزنوا أعمالكم قبل أن توزن عليكم. Question yourself before you're being questioned, and weigh your deeds before it's going to be weighed upon you. May Allah make us among those who will be watching their intention and deeds every single second of their life, and do good and choose to do good and know that they are doing good to themselves. Ameen. اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا. اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا. اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا. اللهم ارحمنا فوق الأرض وتحت الأرض ويوم العرض عليك. اللهم لا تجعل لنا في مقامنا هذا ذنبا إلا غفرته، ولا هما إلا فرجته، ولا حاجة من حوائج الدنيا والآخرة لك فيها رضا ولنا فيها قضاء إلا يسرتها برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم ارفع الغمة عن الأمة. اللهم ارفع الغمة عن الأمة. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم انصر من نصر الإسلام واجعلنا منهم. اللهم اخذل من خذل الإسلام والمسلمين ولا تجعلنا منهم. اللهم اغفر لنا تقصيرنا في حق فلسطين وأهلها، وحق السودان وأهلها، وحق سوريا وأهلها، وحق كل مؤمن بل كل إنسان مظلوم قصرنا في حقه. اللهم اغفر لنا يا رب العالمين. اللهم آت أنفسنا تقواها. اللهم اغسلنا بالماء والثلج والبرد. اللهم قوي إيماننا. اللهم احمنا واحمي أبناءنا وبناتنا. اللهم اجعل بيوتنا يا رب العالمين بيوت عامرة بالإيمان وطاعة الرحمن. اللهم أنر بصيرتنا يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارزقنا رزقا حلالا طيبا مباركا فيه. اللهم اجعلنا ممن يصاحب رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في الجنة في الفردوس الأعلى من غير سابقة عذاب ولا حساب يا رب العالمين. اللهم اجعلنا من المتصدقين والمتصدقات. Oh Allah, make us among those who hear the best of talk and follow the steps of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and make sunnah available in their life and be the real Muslims that Allah Azza wa Jal is going to be proud of, and Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam will be the leader of. Ameen, ameen, ameen. On our way out, make sure to line up, compete in donating to the people of Palestine and Gaza and wherever they need, and do not hesitate. This is an investment for your life. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. وأنت يا أخي أقم الصلاة.